I couldn't see him stopping, and I just kept doing everything I can, and he just kept coming, and he hit me.
Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now.
Eli, the Israeli tank, undefeated, Contender Series, August 22nd, big fight coming up. What does this opportunity mean to you?
Oh man, of course this opportunity is big. It's a lifetime work that comes in one day, And yeah, I can't wait, I'm excited, and of course it means a lot for me. It's a dream come true. Yeah, I can't wait to be here already.
For sure. And let's go back to your start in martial arts. I saw that you started with judo, then transitioned to wrestling. How many years combined do you think you have of martial arts training?
I have combined. It's hard to tell. I started judo at the age of 6, then moved to wrestling at the age of 12. And yeah, so it's been a while, and then I went for the army, and after the army I came back. I've done a short for the army also, a short break, but then I came combined maybe 15 years, I don't know.
Wow, that's
Approximately.
that's a lot. That's a lot. And you're still
Yeah.
going too. You probably have another 20 more years to go, huh?
Yes, of course. I still only in my beginning, Now it's only started right now.
When did you incorporate the striking?
Oh, so I started doing like mixed martial arts career 6 years ago. I joined the MMA gym in Israel called Spirit MMA, and then yeah, I started working on my striking, of course, also my jiu-jitsu. I never done jiu-jitsu before. Yeah, so it's been a while.
How incredible has it been to have judo and wrestling as a base for MMA? Because a lot of people tell me, of course, wrestling is probably number one, but judo's not far behind it as well.
Yeah, it's very important. Of course, it's a huge base, very strong base. The wrestling and the judo, of course, I use it a lot in my fights. You definitely can tell. Of course, it's a strong, powerful weapon.
When you get into the cage or the ring, and you get in and lock up with an opponent, can you tell right away like they have some kind of understanding of like judo or yeah judo, because judo is probably more rare than wrestling is.
I don't. It's hard to tell if they have a base, but definitely, like I can tell my advantage. I can feel if yeah. So yeah, basically you can tell it's his advantage. Yeah, so you can tell the base, but some better, some less. But you don't think about it in the fight.
For sure. And you also have a army background. How was it being a commander of in the army?
It was good. It was tough. It taught me a lot. A lot of experience for life in general. Yeah, a lot of knowledge and experience. Army is make you face the unknown a lot and being very responsible for a lot of stuff. Very good and learning experience.
Yeah, and discipline is probably number one, right?
Yeah, of course, discipline in army is everything. Yeah,
And MMA is the same,
definitely.
right? Training is the same.
Yeah. Training requires a lot of discipline, of course. Yeah, discipline is something very important for success. Yeah, I definitely can tell like I'm disciplined and I gave my all, and yeah,
You have a 6-0 record, no losses. Which was the toughest for you?
every fight is tough in his own way. Um, the fight himself or the preparation, it's hard to tell. But I would say the hardest fight I had is the second professional fight that I had.
And why? Why was that the hardest, do you think?
Just the guy was so tough and he didn't stop no matter what I've done. Like I couldn't see him. I'm sorry. I couldn't see him. Stopping, and I just kept doing everything I can, and he just kept coming, and he hit me with some good body shots and stuff like that. Just a difficult, hard fight, you know.
And I was looking at your last fight that happened more than a year ago, right? And you've had a couple
Yeah,
fights canceled. You even had an event canceled on you, right? Brave, I believe. Has it been a
yeah,
frustrating
yeah.
year?
I had a few fights canceled, but you know, it's part of the sport. There's not a lot. We need to control what we can control. Yeah, I had like 4 or 5 fights got canceled. I wanted to make another fight before coming into the UFC, but it's all God's plan, and you know that's the fight business, and everything happens for a reason and for good.
You speak of God's plan. It took you to the Contender Series. You're going to face off against Zachary Reese, who is also undefeated. What do you think of him and his fighting style?
Of course, he's a good fighter. No one gets to this place without being a good fighter. I do think he preferred to strike more. He's long range fighter, and yeah, he likes to use his knees, his legs, of course, but nothing so special and nothing that I didn't saw already.
Would you consider this fight a striker versus a grappler?
No, we are in the sport of MMA. I consider myself as a mixed martial arts. I have striking, of course, and I consider him as a mixed martial artist. You know, I cannot expect this one. You know, it's underestimated to say it like that. That's not the case, definitely.
All right, and you're in Vegas for training camp. I see that you're working with Dewey Cooper and many high level fighters. Who else have you worked with outside of Dewey Cooper, and how have you leveled up your game in that time?
So yeah, I'm in Vegas for the like 8 months, and yeah, level out my game definitely. You know, I moved here for these reasons to level up my game. Of course, the striking was Dewey, and all my MMA in general at Extreme Couture was some of the best in the world. Um, so yeah, it's of course it's a huge thing. I decided to make this sacrifice. You know, I left everything back home just to take my game to the next, and yeah, that's a hard, good decision I made.
Yeah, it is a hard decision to make to leave your home and go to another country to go, pursue your dream. It is difficult and big props to you for taking the chance. And now you got your chance right on the Contender Series. So it all worked out, right?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, you know, in life you need to make sacrifice, especially in our sport. But it's not easy. But yeah, and it's paid off. You know, the hard work and dedication and the sacrifice, everything is paying off.
Who do you think has given you the best rounds, the toughest rounds in Vegas?
Oh, there's a lot of fighters who, of course, gave a lot of good rounds. Uh, of course, being surrounded with that high level fighters, you always have a good, very experienced round. There's a lot of them, you know.
How do you expect to perform yourself in your mind when you envision the fight? What do you expect?
Of course, the most important thing for me is to perform the best, you know, to live it my all out there, and you know, just to put myself in a good mindset, to show my best, and you know, the victory and the win, the finish, it will come with that, you know. The It just comes with it, you know. If you put yourself in the right mindset and you know you do your best, the win just comes.
Have you been watching Contender Series this year?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. I always watch Contender Series. It's the best fights, you know, because then you know the guys, the fighters, to to win. They coming to finish the fights, so it's the best fights.
How do you feel when you're watching the fights? Because you're going to be fighting in a couple of weeks. So when you're watching other people fight
Couple
on
of
the
days,
stage that
man.
you were
It's
going,
already days.
yeah, days. Sorry,
Uh,
sorry, days.
yeah, of course it's exciting. It's exciting. Yeah, just when I see it, I mean, I imagine myself there and stuff like that. So yeah, it's excitement.
What do you think Dana White's looking for? Because everybody's wondering what Dana White wants, right? To give them the contract.
Dana White looking for excitement fight. I know what he's looking for. He wants to see an excitement fight. He wants to see a fighter who tried to finish the fight. So yeah, that's one what I'm gonna deliver.
And the UFC Apex, have you been there yet, or do you stay away?
Yeah, I've been there. I've been there.
Okay.
We've done the photo shoot over there. Of course, cool place, exciting to fight there.
Yes, of course, and it's a small place, you know, very limited fans that can come and watch. What's
Yeah.
the smallest place you fought
Oh,
if
I
you ever
fought.
had a fight?
My fifth fight was at the COVID time, so I fought with no crowd at all. It was
Yeah.
literally like 10 people around the whole like crew. It was so, but in the end, fight is fight. It feels the same. Fight is a fight. You go there, you do your best, you fight the hardest you can, you do everything you can to win. And then it's all about the crowd, the people, the cameras. In the end, the cage locked, and it's him or you, and that's all.
So it clicks for you right away. Like the crowd doesn't even exist
Yeah,
anymore. You just because it's about survival,
definitely.
right? Like you gotta
Yeah,
survive.
of
You
course.
gotta
It's
dominate.
a survival thing. You have to be there. You have to be focused. You have to act the right, make the fastest right decisions. To make the right like actions, and that's all about.
August 22nd, Contender Series, UFC Apex. Ellie, thank you so much, man, for the time and
Thank
all
you
the
so
best
much.
in
I
this
appreciate,
fight.
man.
Two undefeated prospects clashing for a contract.
Yes,
It's
indeed. Can't
exciting.
wait.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Definitely.
sir.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.